Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today I'm going to be doing a haul video of Plush. Because frankly, I'm tired of all the smalls that I've been doing. I've done a ton of smalls, and I've been making lots and combining lots and all of that stuff. And, hopefully it's going to pan out. I'm just kind of going through my current listings and taking stuff down and combining them and making these lots, and I'm enjoying that. But I'm ready for some Plush. So what I have here in this pile is the Plush that I picked up when we were at the Asheville bins. I think it's been a week ago. Yeah, a week ago Wednesday. I thought I got about 10 Plush. I was exaggerating. I had a little bit more than that. But yeah, it was a pitiful day there. But, I may go again next week. I haven't decided yet. Don't have anything on the calendar that we have to do. So maybe just get there, get some stuff done, pick up some more toys, pick up a few clothes, and then, have something different, than just the same old stuff that I've been dealing with. I do have about 5 or 6 bags of the St. Louis stuff left. I have a small bag and a larger bag here to supplement this, and then I'll have quite a few things to get processed so I can get them listed. CD Timon left me a comment in last night's video on, what do I do when I'm taking a listing down to make a lot, to put something with it. I do all of this through Nifty, so I'll go into my listings. And not all, I had been taking a lot of them down, but I've figured out I don't really have to, as long as I'm very careful. As far as the pictures, I take the new item, put it with the old item, and that's my first picture.
So you just take the item out of storage.
Yep.
Put it out, put it with the new item, take a new picture, or all the items if it's already a lot of stuff.
Right. And then I don't retake pictures of the stuff that was previously listed. I just go ahead and then finish with that one item, the front, the back, the tags, the measurement. And then I go into the listing on Nifty. I add all of my new photos to the already existing photos in the listing. I drag my new photo of all of the stuff together up to the front of the listings, to the first block. And then I just leave the rest of them alone, so I don't really have a whole lot of stuff to change. And if I'm leaving the listing current, active, then I just go down quickly. I change my titles. I change my price. I change my weight. And then when I hit submit, all of the platforms get changed at once. Just like that. And it's very quick. It's very easy. The one thing I have changed since I started Nifty just this month is I'm not leaving the old item number, because it's getting a little confusing when I'm doing what item I'm putting in my different promotions. So I've been changing the item number so that it's a more current number and I know it's a new listing. And I'm not going to, do the higher promotions on it or anything like that. That's been the only thing I've decided to change about my process just in the last few weeks. And it's working. I'm loving it. It's so easy. I don't have to worry about changing the pictures on all the different platforms. It just does it all at once. So, and in not delisting all of the listings anymore, I'm not running the risk of being banned or suspended on Poshmark.
You're updating it, which might even make it boosted in the algorithm for updating the listing. Because sometimes I've heard that if you update a listing with new title, new pictures or something, that it could elevate it in the algorithm. I don't know if it does, but that's what I've heard.
I just make sure I've got everything right before I hit that button.
I might have made a mistake the other day, and I was listing something, and I put the price in. It was like $19 or whatever, right? And went down through there, and I changed something on Nifty down low, and I think it was in one of the drop downs, and I hit Control Z to change it back, and it didn't. I was like, well, maybe I missed it, so I hit it again, and it didn't. So I just fixed it, And then when I saved it and looked at it after I had published it and listed it, it had undone my price and it had defaulted to $1. So I was listed for $1 on all the platforms. You just hit edit, click the three dots, hit edit, change the price to $19, hit save. And it by the time I got to all the platforms to verify, they were all updated. It was that fast.
I love how quick it is to make changes.
Before we go on, if you're liking the videos, hit the like button, leave a comment, and if you're doing shopping on those major platforms, hit the links down in the bottom, and it helps us with a little bit of commission on that and does not cost y'all anything extra.
So let me show you some of the stuff that I picked up at the bins in Asheville, just for your information. $1.99 a pound at this, right? At this bins, except anything that's electronic, which I had one of those, is 49 cents a pound. So I just always make sure I keep that stuff separate. All right, first thing, I love the vintage. It is Russ. Look, it says you're very special. I think I have a bear that's very similar with the like iron-on letters. I'm going to make a lot with it. Love the older Winnie the Pooh stuff. It is gunned. Definitely needs a bath. I'll see if I've got a Pooh that's very similar to this. If not, I'll just go ahead and list it. It's probably going to be my bread and butter. Love these. They are Dream, Walmart Dream. I've done really well in the past with these. Of course, this is Tigger. I want to say $15 or so for him. But again, he's going to need a bath. Look, how cute. It is Petting Zoo. Actually, I think I have a couple of Petting Zoo stuff that I've recently been processing. I just figured there's probably another farm animal, a pig, a horse, or something that I'm going to go ahead and make a lot. But just very clean, very soft. So I thought I might as well pick it up. This is also gunned. His name is Mocha. I wasn't going to pick him up, but while waiting my 3 hours to see if they were going to bring out any more bins, I just went in and checked everything that I had. And he was selling for about $15, so I just decided to go ahead and save him. He does have his little paper tag also. Look, somebody must have donated a bunch of Tigger stuff. Just another little bean plush. I'm pretty sure I have a Piglet or a Pooh or an Eeyore that's this type. I'm just going to make a lot. I just sold. I had planned on putting this with another lot of Douglas birds, and I sold it. So I'll see if I've got anything else I can put this with. But it is Douglas, a little hen chick. Robert found this. It is Nicole Miller Home Kids. Cute little dress. Really nice condition. I think he told me she was going to be like $15 or so.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. I'm going to have to take a sweater shaver to like her felt head back here. But otherwise, really nice condition. Loved this. Look. Big old cat. It is... Charming Toys Company, made in Korea. So definitely vintage. Gonna need a bath. Not sure. I think this, this is attached. So this little ribbon on the tail. I'm hoping $20, $25, if not a little bit more for this. I'm always picking up the Dalmatians. This is Penny. Again, I'll see if I've got any that will go with it. But, hopefully $12, $15 for her. Mary Meyer. Very cute, very sweet and soft. I think I have a larger one of these. So if I do, I'm going to make it like a mommy baby set. Very cute. This, I don't know, might be a treasure. Look at the nose. It's not handmade. At first I thought it was, but it says Senden's, Sendenes. What did it say below that? Britain Romance? Yeah, made in China. But just very interesting. bear. Could not find anything like it. This does not even look, this looks Build-A-Bearish. I'm going to take that off. He just looks much more sophisticated without the bandana. But I don't know. This could be something that I list for 50, 60, 70, unless I can find something on that brand. But I even looked in WorthPoint while I was standing there. The internet's a little iffy there.
And you have to go to the front of the store to get any sort of decent internet.
And hold your phone this way and make sure your mouth is shut. It's just kind of really iffy if you're going to get internet. I'm kidding about all that. But yeah, it's iffy on the internet.
Till just before we met, the house I lived in out in Bulls Gap, there were the back porch, I could get phone signal. And then the front, like the little sitting room area there. And if you sat too long in one spot, it would just fade out. And if you leaned the wrong way, it would fade out. That was just trying to get a basic phone signal. But back to your Build-A-Bear. Sassy Squirrel Stash asked in our last video, left a comment, when you talk about selling the older Build-A-Bears,
yes,
what years are you thinking of when you say that? Or is it a specific tag?
It's a specific tag. I don't have one right now, but it's the older one. It's not this one. It's the older one. It has less lettering. How about that? It's not this tag. But I don't remember. They're like only black and white, maybe not these other colors. But yeah, that's the ones that I've done really well with recently. And not all of them. You always, especially with Build-A-Bear and most Plush anyway, check the sell-through rate and the prices on them. You know, I wasn't going to pick up the Minecraft until I just started finding more. I found 3. You know, it's an instant lot for me. You know, hopefully 15, 20 bucks for the 3 of them. I always grab these, especially these bigger ones seem to do really well for me. The Chick-fil-A cows, I make in lots, and they hardly ever stick around. They sell very, very quickly. And then this. Big O Lovey, has the satin edging. It is Cloud Island. This has a lot of like matting almost. I will take a brush to it after I give it a bath and hopefully brush out some of it. I want to say this was going to be 20, 25 plus for this big Lovey. And then this was my battery. The Hallmark Jingle Pals. Not all of them are worth picking up. Some of them have just really declined in price. But my thing with them is make sure they're clean because they're really hard to get clean. And I don't think this one was working. It wasn't. But make sure you check the bottom. If you see any crusties around the edge, don't pick it up. If it looks really dark, like maybe it's rusted in there, don't pick it up. But I think this one was probably about $20, $25. And the good thing is I think I've got one of these listed. So as long as it works and the tags are the same, I'll go ahead and just increase the quantity to 2. We went to yard sales and estate sales today. It's Friday. It was not good.
We went to 4 sales and picked up 4 items, all of them at the last place.
And they're all, well, other than this one, they're going to require work. There's 4 puzzles. Look at this. And I'd have not bought this if it wasn't the fact that it is sealed. It is a needle in a haystack.
No, it's a hay and a needle stack.
Okay. Oh, it's hay and an... Oh, that just clicked with me. It is hay in a needle stack. But it's sealed, so it'll be easy to list. We paid like $22 for the 4 puzzles. But they were unique. Normally we pay $2 to $3 each. But these were a little unique, and this one was sealed. I just loved this one. Look. Color Me Perfect. It's, I think it's been put together because it's in a bag, but look, it's got the original colored pencils. Just a really cute project, I think, that you can put together and then color it if you like doing the coloring. Look what this one says. The world's most difficult jigsaw puzzle. Guess who'll be doing this alone?
It's like I'd have been.
Yeah.
Slacker.
I sometimes get to it, but look. It's interesting. Nevertheless, who did you say this was?
Jackson Pollock.
Yeah, Jackson Pollock, one of his art pieces, made into a puzzle. And this one was, I kind of sort of like the cartoony ones. These are kind of reminiscent of like the Jan Van Hasteren ones we do. But dang, it's busy. And how many pieces is it?
700.
Oh, so not too bad. At least it's not a 1,000 piece. Oh, look, they're bigger. The pieces are bigger. So very interesting. Again, I might actually help you with that one.
That one's 30 to 55. And there are 4 listed and 16 sold.
Nice. This might have to go on the table for next. Other than, I've got some kitty puzzles. I just need the space to put them together. So that's going to be next.
We talked sell-through rate the other day and how important it is. And I want to mention again, this is the way I do it. There's a formula for number listed plus the number sold divided by the number sold, something like that, or whatever it is. That's just too much math for me, even though I'm actually pretty good at math. I like doing how many are currently listed divided by how many are sold in the last 90 days. This one is about a 4 to 1, meaning there's 4 listed for every 1 sold. Not great, but that's a lot of what we find is stuff like that. Or the clothes we find around here, that's a pretty good one. This other one, this one would be a 1 to 4, meaning it'd be like 1/4 instead of 4. There's one listed for every 4 that have sold in the past 90 days. So this is definitely going to be next on our list. The Jackson Pollock here, there's a 700 piece version of this. 700 or 500? I think it's 500. That has sold for 75 used.
Nice.
So if you can find the 500 one, would be really worth getting. Unless you're like Rebel and you're a coward about doing hard puzzles.
All right, last few to share with you. Look, twins. Is that Cincinnati? No, Chicago, Cincinnati. Who is it?
This would be the Minnesota Twins.
Why is there a C at the top?
That would be the Twin Cities.
Oh. I don't do sports.
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
But official baseball stiff. Probably going to be bread and butter. Loved this. I may have another Hello Kitty that I've not listed yet. If not, this is definitely more contemporary. Sanrio, very cute. I'll probably put it with something else that I have and, hopefully get 2025. But this is one of the things so far that I have tried to put on Depop. Hello Kitty seems to be popular on there. So I haven't sold anything on there yet, but I've been trying to make sure I put Hello Kitty on there. I love this. Look at those eyes. What does that tell you? IKEA. That's what I see when I see it. It does have its big old long tag. It is Jungle Skog, which I think that's just generic jungle something. I don't know. I haven't found the tiger before. I find the dogs. I find some other animals, but I don't know if I found the tiger before. But I'm hoping 20 plus for him. Loved this. Kind of got that anime vibe. Kawaii. Trying to see if I see a tag. I see a tag. Oh, Wonder Nation. That is Walmart. One size. There's probably a date on here somewhere, but very cute. I'm thinking hopefully like $12 or so for it. Very cute. I always grab them. I make lots. Hopefully I can find like a lion or a zebra or some kind of other jungle animal to put with them. 3 of them, I might list them for 15 or 20 bucks. Another Pooh plush. This is Piglet. Trying to see. I don't see a date. I'll see if I've got something to go with him. Otherwise, he'll be bread and butter listed. This is funny. I just listed another cow plush. That is Petting Zoo. The other one that I listed had really long, shaggy fur. And then there's this one. By the time I get this cleaned and processed. If the other one hasn't sold, I may just go ahead and make a lot of them. They're very similar in size. They're the same brand. I don't remember what I listed the other cow for, but I'm hoping I can up the price to like $25 for the two of them. Just two different Highland type cows. Don't know if it's going to work. This is a singamajig. I sold the last one that I shared with you instantly. It had a t-shirt on. This one does not. Hopefully it's going to work. But again, this is the Fisher Price one. I just, like I said before, I would pick up the basic fun ones if I have a lot, because I just don't think they're the best quality and they don't sell for as much as the Fisher Price ones. But I think the last one I sold with the t-shirt was like $20 or $25. So I'm hoping like $20 for him or so. This is Spark Create Imagine, Walmart, Rattle Plush. I'll see if I've got anything else. I used to pick these up quite a bit, and then I stopped for a while. I'm pretty sure I still have some listed. So if I have another animal that just kind of, you know, fits with this, with the theme, I may just put this one with it after it gets cleaned up also. That's just how my brain works right now. All right, two more. This was interesting. Just a basic small little lovey, but it says Millie and Miles. I've never heard of that brand at all. I'm trying to see what's on here. Made in China. So my thoughts are it's either really, really good or it's going to be bread and butter, because I've not seen it. I can't even tell you. The quality seems okay. So I'm hoping at least bread and butter for it. I think my favorite thing in this whole bag is this. It is Carter's. It's not even very old. 2023, which Carter's these days is also kids preferred. It is, I'm a white swan, white goose. I'm thinking a goose. And I want to say that new with tags, I saw some prices like $50 and $60. I'm hoping to go ahead and list this one for like $30. And, you know, hopefully it'll be a very quick sell. There wasn't a whole lot of them listed. You got anything to add?
I don't think so. I'm gonna go start on this puzzle. I sent a picture to Mom. She said, "You go, son. Keep that for yourself."
Which one are you going to start with?
The vertical one.
Oh, the vertical one.
Because
but first, we got to do, I've got two Snoopy puzzles over there that are like 100 pieces.
we'll put those two together as soon as we go in the house. How's that sound?
Yep.
Because I want to get started on this tonight, because I don't want to have those two to work on tonight. To have like 10 minutes of puzzle putting together.
Yeah.
That's my evening, y'all. Put on a podcast or a book and audio book and work on a puzzle.
The dog. At first I thought that was birds. It's a dog. All right, y'all. I got some cleaning to do and then some work for tomorrow. All right, get to work. Bye.
I like how many are listed divided